Fans of mystery at Blind Frog Ranch often talk about the mysterious happenings on the show. Over the years, many fans have outright wondered what's real and what isn't at the ranch. Recently, one fan wanted to find answers about something that shocked them in the series intro. On Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, Duane and Chad Olinger, as well as their team, search for treasure at the titular ranch. However, locals claim that the area actually holds a curse. Thanks to this, fans have often talked about the strange happenings on the show. On Reddit, for example, one fan recently asked something about something that spooked them in the series opening. Taking to the forum, they discussed something they described as a possessed man. As the fan shared, have watched the entirety of seasons 2, 3, and 4. In the intro of 4, there is sometimes a night vision shot of someone acting possessed. I initially thought it was James Keenan, but I guess not. Where is that from, and what was it about? I was looking forward to it, but haven't seen it anywhere. One fan also noted this, adding, "Happens in season 1, and it's never mentioned again." Another joked, "Add it to the list of interesting or groundbreaking discoveries that are never mentioned again." One fan even suggested the answer was already addressed early on in the show. As they noted, season 1 has a segment about it. Caught the guy on video doing his little cookie dance, and then never seen again. Much like the reptile tracks coming out of the water, the tunnel full of poisonous gas, the security camera placed up on the hill, etc. That said, other fans came up with their own suggestions on who or what the mysterious man could be. Some poked fun at the series' bizarre reputation, joking it was something supernatural or staged. These comments included, "Do you have any questions with Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch? Have you been keeping up with the show? Make sure you come back to TV Shows Ace for all the latest reality TV and celebrity news. Utah's Uinta Basin stretches wide, a sun-scorched canvas of sandstone, sagebrush, and silence. It's the kind of place where the wind carries stories, or perhaps secrets, across long-forgotten canyons. Here, where the land is old and the legends are older, a remote piece of property known as Blind Frog Ranch has quietly become the center of swirling speculation, buried treasure tales, and reality TV fame. But even as cameras roll and excavators dig, something strange lingers, a missing voice, a silence not of the landscape, but of the show itself. Fans have begun to ask the question that hangs over every new episode like desert dust. Why is there no introduction? No speech to set the stage? No clear voice to explain what we're watching? In the age of bombastic reality TV intros, where gravel-throated narrators usually thunder through backstories and dramatic stakes, Blind Frog Ranch opens with nothing. No signature voiceover. No charismatic lead summarizing the mission. The screen fades in, the scenery swells, and action begins. Silent but suggestive. For some, this choice is atmospheric. For others, it's confusing, even suspicious. A land steeped in legend, the ranch itself is nestled in a part of the basin already famous for otherworldly rumors. Just a short drive from the infamous Skinwalker Ranch, known for its long history of paranormal reports, Blind Frog Ranch seems to hum with the same kind of whispered folklore, stories of buried Aztec gold, ancient tunnels, cursed artifacts, and magnetic anomalies that defy science. Duane Olinger, the owner of the ranch and the show's central figure, invested in the land with one goal: uncover whatever lies beneath. Whether it's lost treasure or something more mysterious, the underground system of caverns, flooded passageways, and strange geological readings suggests there's something down there. But if that something is so significant, fans ask, why is the show so quiet about it? Where's the conventional setup that lays out the stakes? Where's the on-camera mission statement? Where's the compelling, concise introduction that says, "We're here to find the truth"? Instead, viewers are dropped into the action midstream, like opening a book to chapter 3 and being expected to run with it. The mystery, it seems, doesn't just lie beneath the earth, it's woven into the very fabric of the show. A quiet presentation, a loud reaction on social media and forums, longtime viewers and curious newcomers alike have started speculating. Is the lack of introduction intentional or an oversight? Some propose that it's an artistic decision, a way of letting the visuals speak. Others wonder if it's a production hiccup. Perhaps the narration was scrapped in post-production or never scripted at all. A few go further still, suggesting the omission is purposeful obfuscation, designed to keep viewers in a state of half-belief. "I keep expecting someone to explain what the goal is," writes one Reddit user. Instead, it's just scenes of digging and arguing and finding things without telling us why it matters. That's not to say the show is devoid of drama. Each episode unearths a new twist. A tunnel that shouldn't exist, a reading on a magnetometer that spikes wildly, a camera glitch that conveniently cuts out just as something strange appears in the background. But without a spoken introduction or consistent narration, many feel adrift in the storyline, unsure how to connect the dots. The audience becomes like the crew, digging in the dark, hopeful but uncertain. Reality TV or reality bait? This unorthodox narrative structure has led some to question the show's authenticity. The lack of an introductory speech, typically used to assert a show's premise, lends Blind Frog Ranch a raw, unscripted vibe. But skeptics argue it also makes the show easier to manipulate. If no one ever clearly defines the mission, the goalposts can shift endlessly, and plausibly. One episode teases treasure. The next leans into energy anomalies. Then there's mention of ancient civilizations, unmarked graves, even alien technology. Each thread is intriguing. None are tied off. In absence of a clear narrator or centralized explanation, fans are forced to draw their own conclusions. This has created a duality. Blind Frog Ranch is both a blank slate and a rabbit hole. Every viewer sees what they want to see: a treasure hunt, a conspiracy, a family drama, a hoax, or a hidden truth. The show, intentionally or not, becomes a kind of modern myth, not because of what it reveals, but because of what it refuses to confirm. The power of what's unsaid in storytelling. Silence can be a powerful tool. Directors like Kubrick and Lynch have long mastered the art of saying less and implying more. Could Blind Frog Ranch be attempting the same? There's a growing theory that the absence of a speech or formal introduction is a deliberate strategy. By forgoing a heavy-handed explanation, the producers create a liminal space, a vibe that mirrors the feeling of the ranch itself. Uncertain, shifting, charged with implication. You're not told what to believe. You're invited to wonder. The silence becomes the canvas on which conspiracy and curiosity paint freely. The show's strongest moments aren't the discoveries, but the doubts. A malfunctioning drill, a sudden flood, a map with symbols no one can interpret. The decision to avoid an opening monologue allows the show to stay in that gray area, never quite confirming or denying anything. And in today's media landscape, where skepticism runs high and attention spans run short, mystery might just be the most valuable commodity of all. The question that won't go away still: not everyone buys it. Without a formal intro, some fans feel betrayed by the show's structure, or lack thereof. Theories abound about manufactured drama, reshot scenes, and props planted for effect. Critics argue that the silence at the start of each episode isn't artistic restraint, but narrative laziness. They never tell us who the experts are. They never explain the tech. They never even tell us what year the show takes place in, says another fan online. It's all vibe, no substance. And then, there are those who claim the entire show is scripted, citing the lack of straightforward presentation as evidence. In a media era where trust is fragile, a missing introduction doesn't feel mysterious, it feels evasive. The question fans continue to ask is simple, but sharp. What is this show really about? Is it a genuine investigation into ancient mystery, or a cleverly marketed series of staged events? Without a guiding voice to answer that, speculation becomes the only constant. Where mystery meets marketing, whether intentional or not, Blind Frog Ranch's unusual silence has become part of its brand. Like the ranch itself, the show thrives on half-truths and lingering questions. The lack of a speech, rather than weakening the mystery, fuels it. Every missing explanation is another rabbit trail to chase. For some, this ambiguity is thrilling. For others, it's frustrating. But in a media ecosystem crowded with overproduced, overexplained content, Blind Frog Ranch stands apart, not for what it reveals, but for what it withholds.